when you were able to get out of bed and face the day without hesitation. Do you recall that? Don't worry if your legs aren't as agile as they once were. You're certainly not alone in noticing these changes. For many people, aging often comes with new challenges, slower movements, stiffer joints, or the discomfort of cramps that seem to appear out of nowhere. It can feel frustrating, even discouraging to realize that the strength and confidence you once took for granted now require more effort. But here's the encouraging part. Regaining some of that energy and stability is not an impossible dream. It doesn't rely on futuristic technology or a so-called miracle drug. Instead, the answer may lie in something far simpler and more natural: nutrients that have quietly supported your body all along. Today, we're going to uncover 7 key vitamins and minerals that may help preserve strong, steady legs well into your later years. These aren't just abstract health tips. They could play a vital role in maintaining your independence, keeping up with your grandchildren during a walk in the park, or simply giving you more peace of mind when you're out and about. By learning how these nutrients affect muscles, bones, and nerves, you may discover practical steps to feel more resilient and capable every day. So, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and get ready to explore the first nutrient on our list. You might be surprised at what's already sitting in your kitchen. Potassium is often underestimated, yet it plays a central role in keeping your legs strong, flexible, and dependable. This mineral works behind the scenes to regulate fluid balance within muscle cells, a process that directly affects muscle function and overall stability. Just as importantly, potassium helps your nerves and muscles communicate effectively with one another. Without enough of it, signals between the brain, nerves, and muscles can become disrupted, leading to shakiness, weakness, or difficulty lifting your feet properly. These small disruptions can add up, raising the risk of slips or falls, a major concern for older adults. One of the most common and uncomfortable warning signs of low potassium is the sudden calf cramp, especially first thing in the morning or during the night. These painful spasms occur when muscles contract involuntarily due to insufficient potassium levels. For seniors who may already have reduced muscle mass or poorer circulation, these cramps can become not only more frequent, but also more severe. Beyond cramps, stiffness when walking, trembling legs after standing, or even a general feeling of unsteadiness can all be linked to potassium deficiency. Potassium also benefits your bones. Over time, excess acidity in the body can erode bone density, but potassium helps neutralize these acids, slowing down bone loss and lowering the risk of osteoporosis. In this way, it strengthens both muscles and bones, ensuring they work together to keep you mobile and secure. Fortunately, potassium is abundant in a variety of foods. While bananas are often thought of as the go-to source, other options actually provide even more. Baked potatoes with the skin, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, and oranges are all excellent choices. The key is to enjoy a diverse diet that incorporates these foods regularly, making it easier to meet daily potassium needs without relying heavily on supplements. So, how much potassium is enough? Men should aim for about 3,400 mg per day, while women should target around 2,600 mg per day. Most people can meet these requirements through a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, supplements may be considered when diet alone isn't sufficient. Still, caution is necessary. Individuals with kidney disease, high blood pressure, or those taking certain medications should consult a doctor before increasing potassium intake, as too much can be harmful. In short, potassium is not only a mineral that helps prevent annoying cramps, but also a powerful ally in protecting muscle function, bone health, and balance as you age. When we talk about leg strength and mobility, the focus usually falls on calcium for bones or protein for muscles. But there's another nutrient that is equally vital, though often overlooked: vitamin B12. This powerful vitamin is essential for maintaining neuromuscular function, which means it ensures your nerves and muscles work together in harmony. Without it, your muscles may not receive the correct signals from your brain and spinal cord, leading to weakness, instability, or even a gradual loss of motor control. A deficiency in vitamin B12 can make your legs feel unusually heavy and tired, sometimes accompanied by tingling, numbness, or a pins and needles sensation. These symptoms are far more than minor annoyances. They are early warning signs that your nervous system isn't functioning at its best. Unfortunately, older adults are especially prone to this problem. Unlike many other vitamins that are easily absorbed from a wide variety of foods, B12 absorption depends heavily on digestive health. The stomach must produce both enough acid and a protein called intrinsic factor to release and absorb B12 from food. With age, stomach acid production naturally declines, and medical conditions such as gastritis, acid reflux, or long-term use of antacids can make absorption even more difficult. This gradual decline can be misleading. Many people assume that fatigue, poor balance, or frequent falls are simply part of getting older. In reality, these symptoms may be linked to a correctable vitamin deficiency. Left untreated, a lack of vitamin B12 can cause irreversible nerve damage, leading to long-term problems with reflexes, coordination, and overall mobility. That's why it's so important to recognize the signs early and take steps to restore healthy levels. So, where does vitamin B12 come from? Unlike nutrients such as potassium or vitamin C that are widely found in plant-based foods, vitamin B12 is primarily present in animal products. Excellent sources include lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy. Some of the richest sources are clams, shellfish, and liver. For those following vegetarian or vegan diets, this presents a challenge. Fortunately, many foods such as breakfast cereals and plant-based milks are now fortified with B12, making it possible to meet daily needs without animal products. For people who struggle to absorb B12 naturally, supplements offer a safe and effective solution. Vitamin B12 is one of the safest vitamins to take because the body excretes any excess through urine. Older adults in particular may benefit from high-dose supplements or even monthly injections, especially when absorption from food is limited. Regular blood tests can help monitor B12 status and prevent a slow but serious decline in nerve and muscle function. The difference that restoring B12 can make is often dramatic. Seniors who once felt weak, unsteady, or constantly fatigued frequently report noticeable improvements in leg strength, balance, and endurance after their deficiency is corrected. This is because healthy nerves are just as important as strong muscles when it comes to mobility. No matter how diligently you exercise, your legs will not move properly if the nerves controlling them are impaired. The key takeaway is simple. Vitamin B12 is crucial for both energy and independence. By ensuring you get enough, whether through food, fortified products, or supplements, you can protect not only your leg strength but also your overall quality of life as you age. When people think of vitamin D, they often think only of bone health. And while it's true that vitamin D plays a critical role in helping the body absorb calcium, its importance extends far beyond that. For older adults in particular, vitamin D is essential for muscle strength, balance, coordination, and overall leg function. A deficiency doesn't just weaken bones, it can quietly erode mobility, increase the risk of falls, and diminish quality of life. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo changes. Muscle mass decreases, bone density weakens, and activities that once seemed effortless, like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair, become more challenging. One overlooked reason for this decline is inadequate vitamin D. The ability of our skin to produce vitamin D from sunlight diminishes with age, and many older adults spend less time outdoors due to limited mobility, lifestyle changes, or concerns about sun exposure. As a result, deficiency is extremely common among seniors. What does this mean for your legs? Without sufficient vitamin D, muscles become weaker and less responsive. Several studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are linked to poor balance, slower reflexes, and an increased risk of falls. A well-known study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults with adequate vitamin D had better muscle strength, improved balance, and stronger coordination than those who were deficient. For seniors, this difference can be the deciding factor between staying independent or facing serious injury from a fall. Vitamin D also plays a direct role in muscle function. It stimulates protein synthesis and improves neuromuscular transmission, essentially helping nerves and muscles communicate more effectively. Importantly, it supports the maintenance of fast-twitch muscle fibers. These fibers are crucial for quick reflexes and rapid responses when balance is suddenly challenged. Without enough vitamin D, your legs may not respond fast enough to prevent a stumble or fall. Beyond strength and reflexes, vitamin D has another benefit that older adults will appreciate. It reduces inflammation in muscle tissue. Chronic leg pain, stiffness, or unexplained cramps are common complaints among seniors, and studies suggest that improving vitamin D status can significantly ease these symptoms. In other words, this vitamin doesn't just make your legs stronger, it may also make them more comfortable and resilient. But the consequences of deficiency extend beyond weak muscles. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, and without it, bones become fragile and prone to fractures. Even a minor fall could result in a hip fracture, which can severely limit independence and mobility. In addition, low vitamin D levels have been linked to cognitive decline, reduced immune function, and even higher risks of cardiovascular disease. Clearly, this vitamin is about much more than bones. It supports overall vitality in older age. The good news is that boosting vitamin D is both simple and effective. The first and most natural method is sunlight exposure. Just 15–30 minutes in the morning or late afternoon, with arms and legs exposed, can stimulate healthy vitamin D production. Of course, sunscreen should be used wisely to prevent overexposure, but brief, regular sun time can be highly beneficial. Diet can also help, though it may not be enough on its own. Foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, mushrooms, and fortified dairy or plant-based products all provide useful amounts of vitamin D. For many seniors, however, supplements are the most reliable way to reach optimal levels. Most doctors recommend 800 to 1,000 IU daily, though those with severe deficiencies may need higher doses under medical supervision. A simple blood test can determine your vitamin D status and guide proper supplementation. Ultimately, maintaining strong legs as you age requires more than exercise alone. It also depends on giving your body the nutrients it needs to keep muscles responsive, bones resilient, and reflexes sharp. Vitamin D is one of the most important pieces of that puzzle. By ensuring you get enough sunlight, adding vitamin D-rich foods to your meals, or taking a supplement if necessary, you can significantly lower your risk of falls, reduce pain and stiffness, and enjoy greater confidence in every step you take. When most people think of strong legs, they imagine muscles doing the heavy lifting. Yet, underneath every step, stride, or climb lies the quiet but powerful foundation of your bones. At the center of bone health is calcium, a mineral so vital that your body will literally take it from your bones if it isn't supplied through diet. Calcium isn't just about building strong bones in childhood. It's equally important for maintaining stability, mobility, and independence as we age. For older adults, the need for calcium becomes even greater. Over time, bone density naturally declines, leaving bones weaker and more fragile. This makes seniors far more susceptible to fractures, particularly in weight-bearing bones like the hip and femur. A seemingly minor fall, something as simple as tripping on a rug, can result in a serious fracture that takes months to heal, sometimes never fully restoring mobility. These fractures can drastically change a person's lifestyle, leading to loss of independence and, in many cases, long-term care needs. But calcium is not only essential for bone structure, it also plays a critical role in muscle contraction. Every time you stand up from a chair, take a step, or climb stairs, calcium ions trigger your muscle fibers to contract smoothly and efficiently. Without enough calcium, muscles may cramp, feel weak, or struggle to generate the force needed for steady movement. This explains why leg cramps, sluggish motions, and reduced muscle endurance are common symptoms of calcium deficiency. So, how much calcium is needed? Health experts recommend that adults over 50 consume about 1,000 to 1,200 milliliters of calcium per day. Ideally, this should come primarily from food sources, with supplements added only when necessary. Dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese are well-known calcium-rich foods, but they're not the only sources. Leafy green vegetables like kale, bok choy, and collard greens also provide significant amounts. Other excellent options include almonds, tofu, sardines, and plant-based milks that are fortified with calcium. By diversifying your diet, you not only ensure a steady intake of calcium, but also benefit from other nutrients that support bone and muscle health. However, diet alone isn't always enough. Some individuals, due to dietary restrictions, lactose intolerance, or absorption issues, may find it difficult to get sufficient calcium from food. In these cases, calcium supplements can be helpful. The key is balance. While supplements can bridge the gap, too much calcium, especially in pill form, can cause problems like kidney stones, arterial deposits, and digestive discomfort. For this reason, it's best to combine moderate supplementation with food-based sources and to pair calcium with vitamin D, which enhances absorption and ensures calcium actually makes it into the bones rather than being excreted. Physical activity also plays a huge role in how calcium supports your legs. Weight-bearing exercises such as walking, light jogging, resistance training, or even dancing stimulate bone growth and help deposit calcium directly into the skeletal system. Without this mechanical stimulation, even a high-calcium diet may not fully strengthen bones. In other words, calcium and exercise work hand in hand. One provides the building blocks, while the other tells your body where to place them. Ignoring calcium needs doesn't just weaken bones, it can also undermine your overall mobility. Weak bones limit your ability to engage in everyday activities confidently. They increase fear of falling and can gradually erode independence. On the other hand, consistently meeting your calcium needs paired with an active lifestyle builds resilience. It enables you to continue walking, moving, and living life on your own terms. The takeaway is clear. Calcium is not a nutrient to overlook in your later years. It supports bones, powers muscle contractions, and safeguards your ability to stay active. The best approach is a balanced one. Enjoy a variety of calcium-rich foods daily, consider supplements if necessary under a doctor's guidance, and combine nutritional support with regular movement. By doing so, you provide your body with the strength and stability it needs, ensuring your legs remain strong, steady, and capable for many years to come. When we think of nutrients that keep our legs strong and healthy, calcium and vitamin D are usually the first to come to mind. Yet, there is another vitamin that quietly plays a decisive role in bone strength, joint flexibility, and muscle coordination: vitamin K. Though often overshadowed by its more famous counterparts, vitamin K is a crucial nutrient for anyone seeking to maintain mobility and independence into older age. At its core, vitamin K acts as a traffic director for calcium. Without it, calcium can end up in the wrong places, building up in arteries or soft tissues, where it contributes to stiffness, circulation problems, and even heart disease. With adequate vitamin K, however, calcium is efficiently directed into bones, where it fortifies structure and resilience. This means that vitamin K doesn't just work alone. It complements both calcium and vitamin D, ensuring that the benefits of these nutrients are maximized and truly reach the skeleton. One of the most important ways vitamin K strengthens bones is by activating a protein called osteocalcin. Osteocalcin binds calcium to the bone matrix, helping to increase bone density and resistance to fractures. Research has shown that people with higher vitamin K intake tend to have stronger bones and a lower risk of osteoporosis. For older adults, this can be the difference between suffering a debilitating hip fracture after a fall or walking away uninjured. But vitamin K's influence extends beyond bones. Strong legs require more than just dense bones. They also need limber joints and efficient muscles. Vitamin K contributes to joint health by reducing inflammation, potentially slowing the progression of osteoarthritis. For seniors who often struggle with stiff knees or discomfort after sitting for long periods, vitamin K may provide much-needed relief. Think of it as a nutrient that not only strengthens your skeletal framework, but also keeps the hinges of your legs moving smoothly. Another critical role of vitamin K lies in muscle coordination and strength. Recent studies suggest that vitamin K helps regulate calcium within muscle cells, ensuring proper contraction and relaxation. This regulation enhances balance, stability, and coordination, factors that are vital in preventing falls. Without it, even well-developed muscles may feel clumsy or unsteady. For elderly individuals, this improvement in neuromuscular function can be life-changing, reducing the likelihood of falls and the injuries they often bring. So, where can you find vitamin K? There are actually two main forms, vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. Vitamin K1 is primarily found in green, leafy vegetables such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts. Adding a serving of these foods to your daily diet can significantly boost vitamin K levels. Vitamin K2, on the other hand, is found in fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, certain aged cheeses, and in smaller amounts in animal products such as liver and egg yolks. Vitamin K2 has a longer half-life in the body and is particularly effective at guiding calcium into bones rather than arteries. Incorporating both types into your diet offers the greatest benefit. Something as simple as blending kale into a smoothie or sautéing spinach with dinner can contribute to stronger bones and smoother joint function. For those open to fermented foods, natto is especially rich in vitamin K2, though its flavor may take some getting used to. Supplements are another option, particularly for people who have difficulty absorbing vitamin K from food. Certain health conditions, such as long-term antibiotic use or digestive issues, can interfere with absorption. However, because vitamin K also plays a role in blood clotting, supplements should be approached carefully. Individuals taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin must consult their doctor before making any changes to their vitamin K intake, as fluctuations could affect the safety and effectiveness of their treatment. The potential benefits of vitamin K for leg health are often underestimated. Imagine being able to reduce stiffness in your knees, feel more stable on your feet, and know that your bones are more resistant to fractures, all from ensuring this one nutrient is part of your daily routine. It's a simple yet powerful way to support mobility as you age. Ultimately, vitamin K completes the trio of nutrients, alongside calcium and vitamin D, that form the foundation of bone and muscle health. But it offers even more by addressing joint comfort and neuromuscular coordination. This combination makes it especially valuable for seniors who want to maintain not just strength, but also agility and balance. The lesson here is clear. Don't overlook vitamin K. By making leafy greens, fermented foods, and other sources a consistent part of your diet, you give your legs the support they need to stay strong, stable, and flexible. And with stronger legs comes the confidence to move freely, enjoy your favorite activities, and maintain independence well into later life. Among all the nutrients that support strong and reliable legs, magnesium often receives the least attention. Yet, this mineral quietly works in the background to regulate countless processes that determine how well your muscles, bones, and nerves function. Without enough magnesium, your legs may feel restless, weak, or cramp unexpectedly, symptoms that many older adults mistakenly attribute solely to aging. The truth is that magnesium plays such a central role in mobility that a deficiency can quickly undermine confidence and independence. At its most fundamental level, magnesium is the master regulator of muscle activity. Every muscle contraction and relaxation in your body depends on the presence of this mineral. It helps transmit signals from the nervous system to muscle fibers, ensuring smooth and coordinated movements. When magnesium levels drop too low, these signals can misfire, leading to tense muscles, spasms, or painful nighttime cramps. For many seniors, this is the reason behind restless legs at night, which disrupt sleep and hinder recovery from daily activities. But magnesium's influence goes further. It directly impacts muscle endurance and stamina, helping the body produce and utilize energy efficiently. Without it, even simple tasks like walking across the room or climbing a few stairs can leave you unusually tired. Seniors often describe this as feeling drained or slowed down. Replenishing magnesium often reverses this sensation, restoring vitality and allowing for smoother, more energetic movement. In addition to muscles, magnesium plays a critical role in bone health. While calcium is the mineral most often associated with strong bones, calcium cannot function properly without magnesium. The two work together. Magnesium regulates how calcium is transported and ensures it is deposited into bones rather than soft tissues. When magnesium is lacking, calcium may accumulate in arteries or joints, contributing to stiffness, pain, and reduced circulation. Adequate magnesium, on the other hand, keeps calcium exactly where it belongs, building strong, resilient bones that support confident movement. Research has shown that higher magnesium intake is linked with stronger bones and a lower risk of fractures in older adults. This makes sense when you consider that magnesium doesn't just strengthen bones, it also supports balance and coordination, reducing the likelihood of falls in the first place. Together, these effects make magnesium one of the most important yet underappreciated nutrients for protecting mobility in later life. Unfortunately, magnesium deficiency is common, particularly among seniors. Several factors contribute. Stress depletes magnesium reserves over time. Medications such as proton pump inhibitors, PPIs for acid reflux, diuretics, and certain blood pressure drugs interfere with absorption or increase excretion. Poor diet, high in processed foods and low in whole, nutrient-rich options, fails to replenish magnesium adequately. As a result, many older adults experience progressive weakness, fatigue, cramps, and reduced endurance without realizing these issues may stem from something as simple as low magnesium. The good news is that replenishing magnesium often brings quick improvements. Many people notice fewer cramps, more energy, better sleep, and greater ease of movement once their levels are restored. Balance and coordination also tend to improve, since magnesium supports the neuromuscular connections that keep your body stable. So, how can you increase magnesium intake? The best sources come from whole foods, particularly leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and kale. Legumes such as black beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, almonds, and cashews. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats. Avocados, which provide both magnesium and healthy fats. Incorporating these foods regularly not only boosts magnesium, but also supplies a wide array of other nutrients that benefit overall health. For those who struggle to meet needs through diet alone, magnesium supplements can be very effective. Forms such as magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate are more easily absorbed and gentler on digestion compared to other types. Still, supplementation should be tailored to individual needs. While magnesium is generally safe, Excessive doses can cause digestive upset or interact with medications. It's always wise for older adults, especially those on multiple prescriptions, to consult a healthcare provider before starting supplements. What makes magnesium so remarkable is how visible its effects can be once deficiency is corrected. Seniors who previously struggled with cramps, fatigue, or stiffness often report a renewed sense of vitality and mobility. Muscles feel more responsive, legs move with greater ease, and sleep becomes more restful. In some cases, the change is dramatic enough to restore independence in daily tasks that had become difficult. The lesson here is that magnesium is far more than a background mineral. It is a cornerstone of muscle control, stamina, and bone strength. Without it, even the best efforts to maintain mobility through exercise or other nutrients may fall short. With it, however, the body gains a renewed capacity for movement, resilience, and confidence. For anyone hoping to keep their legs strong and dependable into old age, magnesium deserves top priority. By combining magnesium-rich foods, smart supplementation if needed, and an overall healthy lifestyle, you can support the energy, balance, and flexibility required to stay active and independent for years to come. As we've explored throughout this series, keeping your legs strong, steady, and resilient as you age is not about relying on a single exercise routine or a miracle supplement. It is about understanding and supplying your body with the essential nutrients it needs to maintain harmony between muscles, bones, nerves, and joints. These systems do not operate in isolation. They work together. When one is weakened, the others struggle to compensate. But when properly nourished, they create a foundation of strength and stability that supports not only your legs, but also your independence and quality of life. Let's take a step back and revisit what we've learned. We began with potassium, the mineral that acts like a conductor for muscle contractions. Too little of it, and you may find yourself waking in the middle of the night with painful calf cramps or noticing trembling legs when you stand for too long. Potassium also protects bones by neutralizing acidity in the body, preventing gradual bone loss. Simple foods, bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, beans can make a big difference in keeping muscles and bones working smoothly together. Next came vitamin B12, the guardian of your nervous system. Strong muscles are useless if the signals from your brain and spinal cord never reach them correctly. A deficiency in B12 can leave your legs feeling heavy, numb, or unsteady. Worse still, it can cause irreversible nerve damage if ignored. For seniors, this is a particularly pressing issue due to reduced stomach acid and absorption challenges. Animal products, fortified foods, or safe supplements can restore B12 levels, often bringing back lost energy, balance, and confidence. We then turned to vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. More than just a bone builder, vitamin D ensures that muscles remain responsive and reflexes quick. Without it, your legs may weaken, coordination may falter, and the risk of fractures increases dramatically. Sunlight, fatty fish, eggs, fortified dairy, and supplements can all help restore healthy levels. With adequate vitamin D, seniors not only experience fewer falls, but also enjoy reduced stiffness and muscle pain. Our fourth nutrient, calcium, reminded us that bones form the silent structure beneath every movement. Without calcium, bones become brittle, vulnerable to fractures that can permanently limit independence. But calcium also has a direct hand in muscle contractions, making it essential for strength and stamina. Dairy, leafy greens, tofu, sardines, and fortified plant milks provide excellent sources, while exercise ensures calcium is delivered to where it's needed most. The fifth nutrient, vitamin K, proved itself as the critical traffic director of calcium. Without K, calcium can stray into arteries and soft tissues, causing harm rather than benefit. With it, calcium strengthens bones and supports smooth joint function. Vitamin K also helps regulate muscle contractions and reduces inflammation, easing knee stiffness and promoting better balance. Leafy greens, fermented foods like natto, and certain cheeses offer excellent sources. For those on blood thinners, careful consultation with a doctor is essential before making changes. Finally, we crowned magnesium as the quiet powerhouse, the #1 nutrient for leg health. By regulating muscle activity, reducing cramps, and ensuring calcium is deposited into bones, magnesium enhances stamina, flexibility, and coordination. It also replenishes energy, making everyday tasks feel less exhausting. Leafy greens, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are excellent natural sources, while supplements can fill gaps when diet alone isn't enough. Together, these 6 nutrients form a comprehensive defense against the challenges of aging. They protect bones from fractures, muscles from weakness, nerves from miscommunication, and joints from stiffness. By prioritizing them, you are not only preventing discomfort and injury, but also investing in your independence. It's worth emphasizing that nutrition alone is most effective when paired with lifestyle choices. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, light resistance training, or dancing encourage bones to absorb calcium and strengthen over time. Sunlight exposure enhances vitamin D production. Stress management preserves magnesium levels. Even small, consistent habits can compound into significant improvements in mobility and confidence. The bigger picture is about freedom. Strong legs mean you can rise from a chair without hesitation, keep up with grandchildren at the park, or stroll confidently through your neighborhood. They mean fewer worries about falling, fewer hospital visits, and more moments of connection and joy. Nourishing your legs with the right nutrients is not just a medical recommendation,